Hello friends and students, we were solving the model question paper for 10th mathematics which was released by the Education Board, Puttur, Dakshina Kannada district. So in the first video segment we have actually solved problems 1 to 24 and now here we shall continue solving the problems from 25 to 38. And you have a set of very interesting problems and these problems will actually help you to prepare for your SSLC examination. So let's begin with problem 25. So the fourth main, we have all problems which are 3 marks each. Problem 25, there are 3 positive integers and they are all in arithmetic progression. If the sum is 24 and if the product is 480, then we need to find the numbers. Now there are 3 positive integers and they are in arithmetic progression. So let the numbers be a. The second number would be a plus t and the third number would be a plus 2t. They are all in arithmetic progression. When I add all these 3 numbers, their sum is 24. So I get a relation, isn't it? So 3a plus 3d equals 24. So if I take 3 common and divide it by 24, a plus d is 24 by 3, I get it as 8. Now once again, if I take the product of these 3 numbers, they are a into a plus d into a plus 2d can be written as d plus d. It is equal to 480. Now how do we go about solving such a problem? I know that a plus d is 8. So let me substitute a plus d equal to 8 in this expression. So I have a plus d is 8. And this is 8 plus d because a plus d is 8 equals 480. Now I can cancel. So 8 6 are 48, so this becomes 60. So I have a into 8 plus d equals 60. Or what is a? It is 60 divided by 8 plus d. So I've got another expression for a equals 60 by 8d. So now let me substitute the value of a here. So what is a? A is this 60 divided by a plus d equals 8. So now let me take the LCM. So if I consider the LCM, I have 60 plus d gets multiplied with this. So I have d into 8 plus d equals 8 into 8 plus d. Right? So I have 60 plus 8d plus d square equals 64 plus 8d. So I'm solving the problems a little fast. So make sure that you write all the steps and solve them. So 8d gets cancelled. I take 60 to RHS, it becomes minus 60. 64 minus 60 is 4. So d square is 4 or d equals plus or minus 2. So now we have the common difference. So if d equals 2, 1, I substitute here. So a plus 2 equals 8. So this implies a equals 6. So if a is equal to 6, what is the next number? It is 6 plus 2, which is 8. The third number is 8 plus 2, common difference, I get 10. 2, if d equals minus 2, then I have a minus 2 equals 8, which implies a equals 10. What is the next number? 10 minus 2, I get 8. Then 8 minus 2, I get 6. So in any case, I get these 3 numbers. So you add all of them, I get 24. And you multiply, you get 480 as the product. A very interesting problem. Now we have an internal choice, or the question states that show that the sum of an arithmetic progression whose first term is a, second term is b and the last term is c is equal to a plus c into b plus c minus 2a divided by 2 into b minus a. So we know that the sum, what is the sum of an arithmetic progression? The sum of an arithmetic progression Sn is equal to, so I'll write it here, Sn is equal to 2a plus n minus 1 into d into n by 2, right? So n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So now I have the first term, a is a itself. The second term is b. Now what is b? b is nothing but a plus the common difference d, right? So the second term is b, which is a plus d, and the last term an is equal to c. All right, so now we know that an equals, the last term is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. Now what is the common difference? I only have to express all the variables in terms of a, b and c. So from this expression, the common difference d is nothing but b minus a, right? So d is b minus a. So I have an is c equals a is a plus n I need to find, and what is d? b minus a. So now let me take a to the other side. So I have c minus a equals n minus 1 into b minus a. So I can take b minus a to LHS. So this becomes divided by b minus a. Now what is n? n is c minus a divided by b minus a plus 1. So I take LCM. If I take LCM, I get plus b minus a, or you get c plus b minus 2a divided by b minus a. This is n. So remember, I've already got c plus b minus 2a divided by b minus a. So this is already there. So now let me substitute all the values in the expression for the sum. So we have Sn equals 2a plus n minus 1. What is n? n minus 1 is this, c minus a divided by b minus a into d. What is d? b minus a. The whole thing into n by 2. What is n? This is n. So I have c plus b minus 2a divided by b minus a into 1 by 2. So observe here, b minus a gets cancelled. So I have c minus a plus 2a, right? And then I have divided by 2 into b minus a, and then I have c plus b minus 2a. So you have 2a minus a, which gives me c plus a divided by 2 into b minus a into b plus c minus 2a. So we have got the expression. So remember that you have to express all the variables in terms of a, b and c only. So what have I done? I have expressed the common difference in terms of b and a, and I have also expressed n in terms of a, b, c by using this expression, because it has been given that the last term is c, that is an equals c. A very interesting problem. So next, problem 26 and 27 are proofs. So I will skip it. So I hope you have gone through all the proofs and you have to practice them, right? So we'll move on to problem 28, wherein you have a construction problem. Construct a triangle ABC with BC equal to 5 centimeters, AB equal to 7 centimeters, and AC equal to 4.5 centimeters. Construct a triangle where the sides are 5 by 3 of the corresponding sides of triangle ABC. So whenever you have the numerator greater than the denominator, the constructed corresponding triangle will be outside the triangle ABC. So first let us construct triangle ABC. So I draw a line AB of length 7 centimeters. So this is AB. Then from A I take a distance 4.5 and cut an arc. And then from B I take a distance 5 and cut an arc. And this is point C. So I have 4.5 centimeters and this is 5 centimeters. Now what do? Take a line at an angle acute to AB. Take a fixed distance using your proctor and cut 5 equal arcs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Call them as A1, A2, A3, A4 and A5. So since we need in the ratio 5:3, join point B and the third point arc, extend AB, and with the same angle, draw a line from A5 to cut the extended line AB at B dash. So these two angles are one and the same. With the same angle, draw a line in such a way that when you extend C, it cuts the line at C dash, right? So therefore, you have the triangle A, B dash, C dash. So A, B dash, C dash and ABC are in the ratio 5:3. Find the area of the triangle formed by joining the midpoints of the side ABC, whose vertices are A 0, -1, B 2, 1 and C 0, 3. So I need to first find the midpoint. So let the midpoint here be D, here be E and F. So what is the midpoint D? I will write it directly. So add the corresponding x coordinates and divide by 2. 2 plus 0 by 2 is 1. 1 plus -1 by 2 is 0. So D is 1, 0. Next, what about E? 0 plus 0 by 2 is 0. -1 plus 3 is 2 by 0 is 1. So I get 0, 1. And then F. 2 plus 0 by 2 is 1. 1 plus 3 by 2, that is 4 by 2, which is 2. So I get 1, 2. So these are the points. So how do you find the area of the triangle? So if this is x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3, we know that the area of the triangle is given by half into x1 into y2 minus y3 plus x2 into y3 minus y1 plus x3 into y1 minus y2. Now how do you remember this? They are all in cyclic order: 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1, 2. So now substitute the values of x1, x2, x3 and so on. So I get half of x1 is 1 into y2 is 1 minus 2 plus x2 is 0. So anything into 0 is 0 itself. So I don't have to write. x3 is 1 into y1 is 0 minus y2, which is minus 1. So you get it as half into, so this is minus 1 into 1 is minus 1, again minus 1. So you get minus 2 by 2, which is minus 1. So you cannot have an area which is negative. So we take the positive value, square units. The sum of the reciprocals of Shubha's age 3 years ago and 5 years from now is 1/3. Find her age. So let the current age of Shubha be x. So 3 years back her age was x minus 3 and 5 years later her age will be x plus 5. Now what has been given? The sum of their reciprocals. So I take the reciprocal. Reciprocal of x minus 3 is 1 by x minus 3 and x plus 5. Their sum is nothing but equal to 1/3. So now let me solve this. If I take the LCM, I get x minus 3 into x plus 5. On top I have x minus 3 plus x plus 5 equals 1/3, right? So this 3 will come here, this will go to the numerator. So here I have 2x plus 2, so I have 2x plus 2 into 3 equals, let me multiply this and take it to the numerator. So I have x square plus 2x minus 15, right? So make sure that you do the multiplication correctly. So here I have 6x plus 6 equals x square plus 2x minus 15. Or I have x square. This goes to RHS, I get minus 4x. 6 goes to RHS, it becomes minus 6. So I have minus 21 equal to 0. So now I need to find two numbers which when you multiply gives 21. So we know that 7 into 3 is 21. But minus 7 plus 3 gives me minus 4. So these are the values, minus 7 plus 3. So x square minus 7x plus 3x minus 21 is equal to 0. So let me continue here. So I have x into x minus 7 plus 3 into x minus 7 equals 0. So what do I have? I have x plus 3 into x minus 7 equals 0. So x equals minus 3 or x equals 7. So the age cannot be negative. So the current age of Shubha is 7. Alright. Now we have to check. Let's check if our answer is right. So 3 years back, her age would be 7 minus 3, which is 4. And 5 years hence, it will be 7 plus 5, which is going to be 12. So if I take the sum of the reciprocals, will I get 1 by 3? So let me check that. 1 by 4 plus 1 by 12. So if I take 12 common, so I get 3 plus 1, which gives me 4 by 12, which is nothing but 1 by 3. Right? So therefore, the answer is right. The current age of Shubha is 7 years. So problem 31, you have an internal choice. So prove that LHS equals RHS. So we know that sine 90 minus theta is cos theta by 1 plus sine theta plus cos theta. Now what is cos 90 minus theta? It is sine theta. So I have 1 minus sine theta. So now let me take the LCM. So when I take the LCM, it is 1 plus sine theta into 1 minus sine theta. So remember, this is of the form a plus b into a minus b, which is a square minus b square. So I can write it as 1 square is 1 minus sine square theta. This term into cos theta. So I have cos theta minus cos theta sine theta. So I am multiplying and writing the result directly, plus this into this. So cos theta into this. So again I have cos theta plus sine theta cos theta. So these two get cancelled. So I have 2 cos theta. What is 1 minus sine square theta? It is cos square theta. Cos square theta. So 1 cos theta gets cancelled. So I have 2 by cos theta. So what is 1 by cos theta? It is secant theta. So I have 2 secant theta. A very simple problem. The next one, find the value of cos 0. So you need to find the value of cos 0 into sin pi by 2 into cos square pi by 6 into secant square pi by 4. Now let me write the values. What is cos 0? Cos 0 is 1. Sin pi by 2 is sin 90 degrees is 1. So pi by 6 is cos 30 degrees. So what is cos 30 degrees? It is root 3 by 2. And here I have secant pi by 4, which is secant 45 degrees, which is root 2. Right? So all the values are known. So let me just substitute that. Cos 0 is 1, sin pi by 2 is 1, cos 30 is root 3 by 2 the whole square into secant square pi by 4. Secant 45 is root 2 the whole square. So I get 3 by 4 into 2, which is 3 by 2. So the final answer is 3 by 2. So question 32, you have an internal choice. So the first one is find the arithmetic mean. So this is the class interval and the frequency. So to find the arithmetic mean, I need to find xi. And what is xi? Lower limit plus upper limit by 2. So 1 plus 3 by 2 is 2. 4 plus 6 by 2 is 5. So go on adding 3, right? So 8, 11 and 14. So we get the value of xi and then multiply xi into fi. So 16 into 2 is 32. And next we have 20 into 5 is 100, 30 into 8 is 240, and then 14 into 11 is 154, and 20 into 14 is 280. Find summation fi. So when you add up, you get 100. Summation fi xi, you add up carefully, you get 806. So therefore the mean is nothing but summation fi xi divided by summation fi, which is 806 divided by 100. So we get the value as 8.06. So the next one, find the mode. So to find the mode, we need to identify the modal class. So how do you identify the modal class? Find the class interval with the highest frequency. So you find that the highest frequency is 7. So therefore, I identify this as the modal class between 40 and 55. So therefore, once you identify the modal class, then L happens to be the lower limit of the modal class, which is 40. So once you identify the modal class, then the frequency is F1. The previous one is F0 and the next one is F2. Now what is the expression to find the mode? Mode is given by L plus F1 minus F0 divided by 2F1 minus F0 minus F2 into H. So we have defined what they are. What is H? H is the interval, that is 55 minus 40, which is equal to 15. So substituting the values, L is the lower limit of the modal class, which is 40, plus F1 minus F0, 7 minus 3, divided by 2F1, which is 14, minus F0 is 3, minus F2 is 6 into 15. So I get the value as 40 plus 4 divided by. So this is 14 minus 9. So I get 5 into 15. So you have 3. So this is 40 plus 12. I get 52. So the mode value is 52. So the income of the workers has been given. So you have the daily income and the number of workers. So the question is, draw more than type ogive. So to draw more than type ogive, I have written the table in this way, starting from the highest income to the lowest. And then to draw the more than type ogive, we need to find the number of workers. So here, more than 180. So I need to write the cumulative number of workers. So more than 180 will be 10. More than 160 will be 10 plus 6. So you add these two, you get 16. More than 140, it will be 16 plus 8, which is going to be 24. More than 120, it's going to be 24 plus 14, which is 38. And more than 100 is going to be 38 plus 12. So I get 50. So to draw more than type ogive, you have the x-axis and the y-axis. So on the x-axis you have the income. So the income varies from say 100, 120, 140, 160, 180, 200, right? So this happens to be the daily income along the x-axis. And along the y-axis you have number of workers. So let me have the division 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. So x-axis 1 centimeter equals to 20 units, right? Because 1 centimeter is 20, and here y-axis 1 centimeter is equal to 10 units. So y-axis 1 centimeter is equal to 10 units. So what about the first one? More than 100, all of them, all 50. So this is going to be 100, 50. Then what about more than 120? It's going to be 38. So 120 and 38 will be here. 120, 38. Next, more than 140 is going to be 24. So 140 and 24 is somewhere here. Next, more than 160 is going to be 16. So 160 and 16 may be here. And then more than 180 is going to be 10. So 180, 10. So you can correctly draw this on the graph. Join all the points. So you will get a graph like this. Problem 34. A train travels a distance of 3 kilometers. So in the question paper it has been mentioned as 3, but there is a mistake. So it has to be 360 kilometers. So there is no meaning of the train traveling 3 kilometers. So it is 360, right? So the train travels a distance of 360 kilometers with uniform speed. If the speed had been 5 kilometers per hour more, then it would have taken 1 hour less. So we need to find the speed of the train. All right. So now to find the speed of the train, what do? Now let the speed of the train be x kilometers per hour. Okay, so we know that the time taken is distance traveled by speed. So initially when the speed is x, it covers a distance of 360 kilometers in time t1. So it is going to be 360 by x. Next, the speed increases. Now what is the speed? The speed is x plus 5 and the time taken is t2, but the distance traveled is 360 itself. So when the speed increases, the time taken will be much less. So it has been given that t1 minus t2, the difference is 360 by x minus 360 by x plus 5. And what is that equal to? That is equal to 1 hour. So you save a time of 1 hour. So now using this expression, we have to find the value of x. So take the LCM, 360 into x plus 5 minus 360 into x equals, you get x into x plus 5. Alright, so you get 360x plus 360 into 5 gives me 1800 minus 360x equals x square plus 5x. So these two get cancelled. So I have x square plus 5x minus 1800 equal to 0. Now I need two numbers such that when you multiply you get 1800 and when I add I get 5. So you have 45 plus and minus 40. So 40 into 45 gives me 1800 and when you add them, so plus 45 minus 40 I get 5. So I have x square plus 45x minus 40x minus 1800 equal to 0. x plus 45 minus 40 into x plus 45 equal to 0. So you have x plus 45, x minus 40 equal to 0. So what is the value of x? X is either 40 or minus 45. So the speed cannot be negative. So therefore x is 40 kilometers per hour. So this is the speed of the train. So next, or there's another question. So you have two of them. Two taps together can fill a tank in 9 3/8 hours. So the time taken is 9 3/8 hours. The tap with the larger diameter takes 10 hours less than the smaller one to fill the tank separately. Find the time in which each tap can fill the tank. So you need to find the time taken for tap 1 to fill the tank and tap 2 to fill the tank. Alright, so now let the tap with the smaller diameter. Okay, so you have two taps, one with the larger diameter, one with the smaller diameter. Let it take x hours to fill the tank. Right, so you only have the tap with the smaller diameter, it takes x hours. Alright, so therefore, so it has been given that the tap with the larger diameter takes 10 hours less than the tap with the smaller diameter. So this takes x minus 10 number of hours. Right, so if I only use the tap with the smaller diameter, it takes x hours. The larger diameter, it takes x minus 10 hours. So now the question is, in 1 hour, how much would the tank get filled? So now how much tank would get filled in 1 hour? So in 1 hour, the tap with the smaller diameter, I'll just write it as S, the smaller diameter would be able to fill 1 by x part of the tank, right? Now for example, if a tap fills the tank in 5 hours, in 1 hour it would fill 1/5 of the tank, isn't it? So similarly, if the tap with the smaller diameter takes x hours, so in 1 hour it would fill 1 by x part of the tank. So similarly, in 1 hour, the tap with the larger diameter would fill 1 by x minus 10 portion of the tank. So now the tank together is filled in how many hours? 9 into 9 3/8. So that's going to be 75/8 hours, right? So when you have both the taps on, the tank gets filled in 75/8 hours. So therefore in 1 hour, both the taps would fill how much of the tank? It would fill 8 by 75th part of tank. So in 1 hour, the tap with the smaller diameter would fill 1 by x, the tap with the larger diameter would fill 1 by x minus 10, but with both the taps in 1 hour it would fill 8 by 75 part of time. So now I have 1 by x plus 1 by x minus 10 equals 8 by 75. So I need to find the value of x. So we have x minus 10 plus x divided by, take the LCM here, x square minus 10x equals 8 by 75. So you have 2x minus 10 into 75. So this goes to the numerator here, x square minus 10x into 8. So we have 75 into 2 is 150x minus 750 equals 8x square minus 80x. So you have 8x square minus, so I take 150 to the RHS, so you get minus 230x plus 750 equal to 0. So let me divide the entire equation by 2. I get 4x square minus 115x plus 375 equal to 0. Alright, so now I need to solve for x. So 4 into 375 gives me 1500. Alright, so I need to find two numbers which when multiplied would give me 1500, which when added should give me 115. So we find that 115. So 100 into 15 gives me 1500. Minus 100 minus 15 gives me minus 115. Alright, so when these two are multiplied you get plus 1001. So when you multiply these two you get 1500. So I have 4x square minus 100x minus 15x plus 375 equal to 0. So you take 4 common x, so you get x minus 25 minus 15 x minus 25 equals 0. So 4x minus 15 into x minus 25 equals 0. So x can be 15 by 4 or x can be 25. So I need to check what could be the value of x. Now if x is 15 by 4, then the tank gets filled in x hours, which is 15 by 4. If we use a tap with the larger diameter, it would take x minus 10. So therefore, I would have 15 by 4 minus 10, which is 15 minus 40 by 4, which would give me 25 by 4 with a negative sign. So I cannot have time which is negative. So therefore, we cannot have x equal to 15 by 4. So now if x is equal to 25, then x minus 10 will be 25 minus 10, which is equal to 15. So therefore, if the tap with the smaller diameter is used to fill the tank, it would fill in 25 hours. But if I use the tap with the larger diameter alone, it would take 15 hours to fill. And what is the difference? The difference is 10 hours. So this is the answer. So problem 35 is a proof which all of you can solve. Problem 36, we need to solve using graphical method. So solve 2x plus y equals 6 and 2x minus y equals 2 by graphical method. So when we have to solve the two equations by graphical method, the best thing is to first find out the solution. So we have 2x plus y minus 6 equals 0. 2x minus y minus 2 equals 0. Add both of them, y gets cancelled. So I get 4x minus 8 equals 0, or 4x equals 8, or x equals 2. Substitute the value of x in any one of the equations. So I have 4 plus y equals 6, or y is equal to 2. So we have the solution x comma y equal to 2 comma 2. To find the solution using graphical method, find out y in terms of x. So I have y equals 6 minus 2x, and for the second one I have y equals 2x minus 2. That means I'm taking y to RHS, bringing 2 to LHS. So for the first one I have x, y, x comma y. If x is 0, y is 6, so the point is 0 comma 6. If x is 1, then 6 minus 2 is 4, so y is 4, the point is 1 comma 4. If x is 2, then you find that 6 minus 4 is 2, y is 2, so you have point 2 comma 2. And if x is 3, then you have y 0, so the point is 3 comma 0. So this is for the first one. For this equation, you have y, x comma y. If x is 0, then y is minus 2, the point is 0 comma minus 2. If x is 1, then I have y is 0, so I get 1 comma 0. If x is 2, then y is 2, I get point 2 comma 2. And if x is 3, you get 6 minus 2, which is 4, so you have 3 comma 4. So you have to plot it on the graph sheet. So you have x and y coordinate. So the first point is 0 comma 6, so I have x is 0, y is 6, so this is the point here, 0 comma 6. Next I have 1 comma 4, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1 comma 4 is somewhere here. Next 2 comma 2, let it be somewhere here. And next 3 comma 0, this is 3 comma 0. So this is one line. The other one is 0 comma minus 2. So x is 0, I have minus 2, 0 comma minus 2. Next I have 1 comma 0. So this is 1 comma 0. Then I have 2 comma 2, and then you have 3 comma 4. So this is 3 and 4. So 3 comma 4. So this is going to be the other line by joining all the points. So you find that these two lines intersect at 2 comma 2, and that is going to be the solution for the set of two linear equations. Problem 37. From top of a 9-meter building, angle of elevation of top of cable is 60 degrees and the angle of depression to its foot is 45 degrees. Find the height of the cable pole. So there is a building of height 9 meters and there is a pole. So this is the distance between the building and the pole, and it has been given that this angle is 60 degrees. So the angle of elevation to the top of the cable pole is 60 degrees and the angle of depression to the bottom of the pole is 45 degrees. So we need to find the height of the pole. So it's a very easy problem. So let this be A, B, C, D and E. So we know that since this is 9 meters, CD will also be 9 meters. Consider the triangle BCD. So I consider triangle BCD. What is tan 45 degrees? Tan 45 degrees is opposite side by the adjacent side. So opposite side is CD divided by BC. But what is CD? CD is 9 divided by BC. And what is tan 45? 1. So therefore 1 equals 9 by BC, or BC equals 9 meters. So you find that this is also 9. So now let me consider tan B. So consider triangle ABC. So you have tan 60 degrees is AC by BC. So we know that tan 60 is root 3 equals AC by BC is 9, or AC is 9 root 3. So this is 9 root 3. So what is the total height of the pole? The total height of the pole is AC plus CD, which is 9 plus 9 root 3, or 9 into 1 plus root 3 meters. So this is the answer. A very simple question. So let's move on to the last question, 38. Now the base of the cylinder is closed by a metal sheet in the form of a cone. So you have a cylinder and this is closed in the form of a cone, right? Find the cost of filling the vessel completely with milk at rupees 0.25. So 0.25 per centimeter cube is the cost of the milk which is poured into the cylinder. So I need to find the volume of this cylinder minus the volume of the cone. So volume of the figure is nothing but volume of cylinder minus volume of cone. Now what is volume of cylinder? Volume of cylinder is pi r square h1, where h1 is 30 centimeters. So remember, the radius of the cylinder and radius of the cone is the same, minus volume of cone. It is 1 by 3 pi r square h2. Height of the cone is 3. So this is h2. So you have pi into r square. What is r? 14. 14 square into h1. h1 is 30 minus 1 by 3. h2 is 3. The height of the cone. So I cancel it. So you get 22 by 7 into 14 square. 30 minus 1 is 29. So what is the volume of this figure? The volume of this figure is 17,864 centimeter cube. Now this is filled with milk, and such that the cost of the milk is rupees 0.25 per centimeter cube. That's not been given, so we assume that it is 0.25 per centimeter cube. So therefore the total cost of the milk will be 0.25 into the total volume 17,864. So you have 4,466. So you get 4,466 rupees. So to fill the entire cylinder with milk, the cost would be rupees 4,466. So this is a very interesting problem. Of milk per centimeter cube, volume would be 0.25. So therefore I am multiplying this entire volume by 0.25 so that you get the total cost of the milk. So this completes the entire model question paper, the question paper which has been released by Puttur Taluk, Dakshina Kannada district. So I hope you have gone through all the questions in part 1, which I have uploaded in the previous video segment, questions 1 to 24. And here in this video segment, we have solved all the questions from 25 to 38. And the links to go through the SSLC model question papers 1 and 2 has been given in the description. And also there are a number of links wherein I have solved the previous question papers. Chapter wise, the links are there in the description. Do not forget to go through them also. And do keep practicing problems so that it becomes much more easier for you to solve problems in the final examination. So let me wish you all the best to all the students taking the SSLC examination, and all those who would want any online tuitions for the next 10th standard, your juniors who have just completed 9th, you can always contact me. My contact details and my mail ID has been mentioned in the description. So do feel free to contact me. Inform your juniors if they want tuitions in both maths and science, they can always contact me.